with us on this Tuesday show on the 16th day of January. The championship games are on Sunday. You got a long way to go to get to 3 o'clock, but that's a good day, Sunday. You got 3 to midnight. Basically, you can, I like, they used to be at 1 and 4. I like it at 3. I used to not, but I do like it at 3. I'd rather have games at night on a Sunday in the middle of January in cold weather in the Northeast than have the games end at 7 o'clock. And then you're sitting there for 3 hours twiddling your thumbs because you can't go to bed yet. So I don't mind 3 and 7 for me. At 10:30, you take the games in and then away you go. I'm okay with that. Now, listen, that day is a hard day. Sunday, you get up at 8, whatever time you wake up, you got a long way to go before you get to the game one. That is the only day of the year that I might be inclined, partly because I'm just waiting to get into the football. That's the only day of the year that I might be inclined to watch any of the pregame shows. The only day. I never watch the pregames. I wouldn't put them on under any circumstances. I'm just not I dedicate a lot of my weekend days on Sundays in the fall to NFL football. I'm not going to do an extra hour when I don't have to. But that day, I might be a little more inclined. And obviously, since CBS has the first game, I would be more inclined to go to CBS's pregame, plus Sims is there, in that first game than I would say Fox. But I could see myself, 2 o'clock, 2:15, dabbling a little bit and saying, you know what, let me see what's going on here, weather, let me see what they have to say. I can't take the predictions. Anytime anybody of these guys do predictions, and they do them without the points. For instance, I watched it a little bit on Saturday after the Eagle game. They go to CBS for the predictions. Who do you like in Tennessee, New England? Well, I mean, what do you mean, who do you like? The whole world's taking the Patriots. Put 14 points on it. Then we'll see what they like. I mean, here's what you do when you do the predictions for the networks. If you are not going to do it against the spread, don't waste our time. Okay? For instance, when you do the predictions Sunday on 2 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 2 o'clock with the 9-point spread, don't tell me that you like the Patriots to beat Jacksonville. That drives you crazy. They do that because they don't want to get the NFL mad by bringing a point spread in the mix. But that's the way you got to do it. You got to do the point spread because any idiot is going to pick the Patriots to beat the Jaguars, all right? Anybody's going to pick the Patriots to beat Tennessee. Put 16 points, 14 points, 8 points, 9 points. Put that on the table and then ask them who they think's going to win. Let me hear what Kara says then. You know what? You take New England, but you got Jacksonville getting 9. Bill, what do you think? Now you're cooking with a pregame show. Because the whole world doesn't just pick the winner. They pick it with the spreads. Eddie Erickson, when he calls his guy, he doesn't say, I'll take New England. All right, Ed, -9. No, I don't, not -9. I'm taking New England. I don't care what the 9 is. No, you take that. You taking the Patriots, Ed? Yeah, I want the Patriots. All right, fine. If you lose 4 times to your money. What? Well, I never heard of such a thing. No. New England, straight up, -9. I'm sorry. New England, straight up, $100, the Patriots. All right, Ed, fine. They lose, you owe us $560. Well, what? No, I don't. So if I can't do it and Eddie Erickson can't do it, Phil Simms, Boomer Esiason, Nate Burleson, and Bill Cowher, James Brown, they should not be able to do it either. Throw away those prediction shows on the pregames. That is a complete waste of time. And if you have to do it because it's sponsored, at least give me a score. And then I can at least figure out if the people doing the picks know the spread. You know what the worst thing is? When the guys doing the picks anywhere, TV or newspaper, when they pick the games and they pick it right at a number. For instance, the spread's 9 and Boomer picks, 19-10 Pats. Well, Boomer, what the hell does that tell me? Tell me anything. I mean, 19-10. No. And don't pick it 20-10 either. Pick a score that clearly indicates who you think is going to win the game and it's going to cover the spread without telling me that it's going to cover the spread, if you have to do it that way. But Sunday will be a day. I'll be cranky, cold. I've lost 12 of 13. So Sunday will be a day by, 2 o'clock. I will be on top of the NFL. I'll look forward to it, raring to go, and then away we have it. Then, of course, Monday begins our contest anyway. So Sunday at 2 o'clock, 2:15. And I'm sure the NFL today is going to 2 o'clock. Both shows go against each other, right? Does the Fox do their pregame at 2 o'clock on Sunday too? Or do they just save their pregame for the in-between segment? I don't even know. They must, right? They must do it 2 o'clock. I don't pay attention to their schedules with these pregames, but they must do the pregame at 2 o'clock. The older I get, the less inclined I am to pay any. The older I get, the less inclined I am to pay any attention to any of the periphery stuff with football or any sport, unless it's post game or for a huge game. For instance, this past week, I could care less about the Pittsburgh post game, although I wanted to hear Tomlin, so I eventually did. But for the most part, I wanted to hear the Saints post game Sunday. I wanted to get to Saints. And, it drives me crazy when, these directors on these post-game shows, they give you 10 seconds of the head coach and then they bail out. That drives me crazy. Give me the whole press conference of Sean Payton. I'd rather see him off that play than anybody analyze that play. I don't need Terry Bradshaw then. I want the coach. But they don't want to do that because they're paying these guys billions of dollars to say something. And that's not Sean Payton. Anyway. I'll be wearing a long way to go to get to Sunday now. And Cleveland Golden State last night, or Duke Miami last night, or Islanders Montreal last night. Let's be an equal knocker on all the sports. I mean, or Australian Open. Let's be fair. I'm out watching Sharapova, against Maria. I could care less. I mean, too early for that. And I flipped it on, but David Goffin, no, thank you. So last night, I had nothing to work with. I mean, a little Breaking Bad, watching our little buddy Walt White decide whether he's going to see his daughter being born or take 40 pounds of meth to the new distributor out there in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. And he decided to get rid of the meth. So there you have it on a busy day. All right, we'll take a timeout. Nice to have you with us here as I try to get us to 7 o'clock after Steve left the cupboard bare at 1 to 3. We continue here on Mad Dog.